Hello, babies, and welcome to your weekly reading for Down to Earth Divinity. My name is Cecily, and I am an intuitive spiritual counselor. I took a little time off, a little hiatus for my birthday, but I'm back, and thank you for tuning into the reading. I have a couple little display. The display here has some birthday gifts that I received that I really love. And this Mother Mary, actually, she has a moon at the bottom. And there is this moonlight. I love it. I love this Mother Mary. And then a friend of mine gave me this Ian Malcolm prayer candle that I love so much because we love Jurassic Park. So, of course, I got my little friend down there, my little Grogu. Again, thank you for being here. This week I am using the Weaver Tarot from Threads of Fate. And this deck was created by Britt June and Blair Porter. This is a really special and powerful deck they created. I might be wrong about this, but I think that they started this deck with a Kickstarter campaign or some kind of a campaign, and now it's in full force, and it should be, because it is a glorious, beautiful deck. It's holographic, so I'm going to have to pull these forward a little bit and move them around to make sure that you can see them. But the first card this week is Sovereign of Wands. And the imagery on these cards is so powerful and so beautiful. But this card is related to creativity, what you are creating in your life. Apologize, something came on and interrupted. What do you want to create in your life, or what you are creating in your life, and being in your personal power as it relates to that? So this card is really all about how you are coming into your own, in what you manifest, in your own magic, in your own power. And it is a validation card that everything is right on track, and that you have everything that you need within you in your life, and that there is no need to put anything off. And if there is something that you do need, it will be made available to you. And this is activated by the power of your belief, of your knowing, of your faith, of your embodiment. And again, this is Sovereign of Wands. The next card is Ruler of Wands. And I apologize if you hear any noises in the background. I have a neighbor who is moving. So thank you for your patience with that. And thank you for being here. Ruler of Wands is about the purity of your vision. And for me, this is about what your intention is when you create. The first card was about creation, and this card is about what your intention is when you create. Your vision, how you want it to look, how you want it to feel, who you want to work with. I always advise to not get too wrapped up in outcomes in the final product, to give that up, so to speak, to divine order and divine timing. As Tosha Silver teaches, in her work. But at the same time, we are individuated pieces of consciousness, parts of God, and we're all unique, and we have different things that we are desiring, different things that we are creating, different things that we are painting on the canvas of our lives. So this is about keeping your vision pure, and if you feel like you're not as connected to it, it's time to go within again and to recalibrate that vision. This is 7 of Coins. This is a validation card also. Isn't that beautiful? And this card is a message that everything is right on track, but that there is still work to be done. So you are well on your path, and everything is in divine order and in divine timing for you. Sorry, that was my ice maker. But there is still work to be done. There is still a journey, an ongoing journey. And it is a validation that what you're creating is in alignment with your highest. But at the same time, keep focusing on the work. Keep focusing on your vision. And also give yourself credit. Give yourself credit, give yourself credit, because you deserve it. And you've worked really hard to be where you are today and to be who you are today. And everything is done through you, not by you, but at the same time, you are very much a part of that process. And it's important to stop and acknowledge that you are part of the whole, you are part of this bigger energy. But you're also a powerful individual that needs to give yourself credit, because you are the guru of your own life. Two of Cups. This card, when I pulled it, really reminded me of the Lover's card. It's not equivalent to that in this deck, but this card signifies a partnership. And that partnership doesn't have to be romantic. It can be spiritual. It can be, it doesn't have to be physical. It could be emotional and spiritual and energetic, or it can be physical, or it can be all of the above. But it signifies a really positive, long-lasting, beautiful partnership. And this partnership will be a big part of your vision and your life. And this could be with a person. It could be with a family member, a familiar partnership. It could be with a friend. It could be with a workplace. But it's some kind of connection that's made that's really enhancing a vision you have in your life, something that you are manifesting and growing and creating and birthing. This next card is the Nine of Swords. Now this card is related to anxiety and depression. Some pretty intense imagery on that card, but beautiful nonetheless. And I feel like this card is related to something that's happened in the past. And it's sometimes when cards like this come up, they're related to what is currently going on. But I feel like this is something that has occurred in the past. And it is something you've already healed a great deal from. And it's a validation that although it may come up again from time to time, You know how to take care of yourself. You know how to heal yourself. And that you've already come so far, like a million miles from where you were. But whenever those hurt parts of you come up, they are not to be repressed or denied. You are not to think that you are backsliding, or that you haven't come far enough, or that you haven't healed enough. On the contrary, you know, everything is cyclical. So sometimes when things come up again from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 1 year ago, or yesterday, it's not an indication that you're somehow less spiritually evolved than you're supposed to be. It's an indication that you're a human being having a human experience. And when we get to a point where within ourselves we don't other any part of ourselves, any of our own shadows, any of our own pain, any of our own trauma, and we can look at those parts of ourselves and say, I am here for you, and I'm not going to leave you, and I'm not going to judge you. That's when you know you are well on your path to healing. And so this is a validation of that. The Hermit card, and I think it's directly related to that previous card, the Nine of Swords. For me, the Hermit card is all about self-care and healing. And, you know, the very first card, tying that back to the very first card, sovereignty. So it's knowing when you need to have some you time, whether that's an extended period of you time or a brief period of you time. But one of the reasons in that previous card you've healed so much is because of energy like this, the energy that this card brings, which means I need to stop and I need to take some time off, do some self-care. That's always going to be a huge theme on this channel, along with boundaries. There's only certain healing that can happen and certain revelations and visions that can be born and that can be understood by being on your own. Now, of course, that has to be balanced, you know, with work. If you do still go into an office setting or any kind of setting, you know, there's socialization that is built into certain parts of our lives that we can't avoid. But just building those spaces in your life where you can breathe and be quiet and be still and be kind to yourself and practice that self-care. And that has been key to a great deal of your healing, talked about in the previous card. And it will continue to be. It is one of your superpowers. Look at it that way. And it is a signal to continue to have those spaces in your life, no matter what, because they will keep you balanced and they will fill your cup so that you have something for yourself and something to offer others, because you are just as an important part of the equation as everybody else. So just to review, lots of validation in this reading that you are well on your path, tending and caring for your creativity, for your vision, and pivoting in your vision if you need to, knowing that there is a partnership coming, a validation to give yourself credit for the work, but the journey continues, and to continue to learn and to grow and to enjoy that, knowing how far you've come in your healing, and knowing that self-care and quiet and peace and boundaries need to be a constant presence in your life and in your journey so that you can enjoy it, because it's all about the enjoyment. Babies, it has been such a pleasure reading for you today. I am so thankful to you and for you. And if you were drawn or attracted to this reading, I'm so glad that you've been here. This is Down to Earth Divinity, and my name is Cecily. Thank you.